Do you have a cutting board like the one in our video sitting in your kitchen right now? Take a closer look. It could be, or it might not. Cutting boards come in all kinds of materials: wood, plastic, stainless steel, or bamboo, just like the one you're seeing here. In today's world, where everyone is moving toward a greener, more sustainable lifestyle, we'd love to share with you the journey of how a simple bamboo plant becomes an eco-friendly cutting board right in your kitchen. Yes, it's a quiet little helper, always by your side as you prepare safe, delicious meals for your family. And here's the wonderful part. If you already own a bamboo cutting board, then thank you. You're helping protect our planet. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to sell you bamboo boards. That's not what this video is about. We simply want to stand with you, side by side, in protecting this planet we share. So, let's begin. First of all, bamboo is a fast-renewing, vibrant, and resilient plant. A beautiful bamboo cutting board isn't just a product, it's the result of a long chain of careful decisions, from selecting the right stalk, to processing the raw material, to the art of gluing, pressing, sanding, and finishing. Every step matters to make the board strong, food safe, and beautiful on your countertop. And do you know where bamboo grows the most? If not, here's the answer. China is the world's largest grower and harvester of bamboo, followed by India and many Southeast Asian countries. You can also find bamboo in Africa and South America. China leads the way in bamboo industries, turning it into building materials, paper, household items, and exports like chopsticks, plywood, and cutting boards. Outside of China, countries in Southeast Asia, like Vietnam, are quickly rising stars in this field. Part 1. Harvesting and selecting the raw material. The craftsman is the first storyteller in a cutting board's life. They choose bamboo from carefully planned plantations, never from natural forests. Mature bamboo, usually 3 to 5 years old, has just the right hardness and fiber density. When selecting stalks, they look for straight poles with even diameters, free of cracks, rot, or insect damage. These choices will give the board even grain, minimal defects, and long-lasting durability. Harvesting often happens in the dry season when the stalks hold less moisture, reducing the risk of cracking later. Part 2. Transport, sorting, and storage. After cutting, the bamboo is taken to the workshop. Here, stalks are sorted again, some reserved for premium products, some for standard ones, and the rest for pellets, packing materials, or byproducts. Sorting helps optimize raw materials and match them with the right end products. Part 3. Cutting, peeling, and initial cleaning. Next, the stalks are sawn into sections of suitable length. The hard outer rind is usually peeled away because its texture and color could make the surface uneven. Peeling may be done by hand or with machines depending on the workshop size. After peeling, the inner core is cleaned, removing dirt, mold, or blemishes, sometimes with a gentle scrub. Each piece is now a raw block, ready for splitting. Part 4. Splitting and shaping into strips. This is when bamboo opens up into thin strips. Craftsmen or machines split each stalk lengthwise into uniform strips. In modern factories, bandsaws create consistent cuts with fewer rough edges. Strips are then planed or milled for precise thickness. Consistency at this stage is key. Uneven strips cause gaps, poor glue bonding, and warping later on. Part 5. Heat treatment, steaming, carbonization, and drying. Now comes a critical stage, the heat treatment that determines the board's stability and lifespan. There are two main methods: steaming or boiling under pressure. This kills bacteria, removes starch and sugars, and stabilizes the fibers, reducing the risk of mold. Carbonization. This uses higher heat, turning the bamboo a warm brown and removing almost all residual starch. It creates a beautiful, uniform color, but may slightly reduce mechanical strength. Craftsmen weigh beauty against durability before choosing. Whichever method is used, the strips must then be carefully dried. This is absolutely essential. Too much moisture and the glue won't bond. Too little and the bamboo may crack. The goal is a balanced moisture level, tuned for kitchen environments so the board won't shrink or warp over time. Part 6. Moisture control and conditioning. After drying, the strips don't go straight into production. Instead, they rest in a humidity-controlled room, a stage called stabilization. Here, the bamboo has time to balance with the workshop environment, preventing a dry exterior with a damp core inside. Craftsmen use handheld moisture meters to test strips at random points. Only when all strips fall within the target range, ideal for gluing and pressing, do they move on. This step greatly reduces the chance of warping or cracking later. Part 7. Planning the lamination. Grain and pattern. The way strips are joined defines the board's look and strength. Common methods include lengthwise lamination, crosswise lamination, or woven-style patterns for extra durability. For everyday boards, craftsmen usually align strips in the same direction for smooth grain, or alternate them to minimize warping. They also arrange strips so that the grain and natural nodes blend harmoniously, almost like painting with nature's colors. Part 8. Gluing and pressing into panels. Food-safe adhesive is a must, typically PVA, food-grade polyvinyl acetate, or polyurethane without formaldehyde. Glue is brushed evenly across each strip, which are then stacked and placed into molds. The press, hydraulic or hot, applies enough force to bond every layer tightly. Time, temperature, and pressure vary by adhesive, but the goal is the same: a flat, solid bamboo panel ready for shaping. Part 9. Cutting panels into shape. The large panels are cut down into cutting board sizes. Table saws, bandsaws, or CNC machines handle this step. CNC routers are especially useful for boards with juice grooves, handles, or decorative shapes, delivering precision and consistency. Part 10. Sanding, rounding, and smoothing. Once cut, boards go through a sanding sequence: rough sanding to remove saw marks, medium sanding for leveling, and fine sanding for silky smoothness. Edges are rounded so the board feels comfortable in the hand. This is where the board starts to reveal its soft, touchable surface. Sanding typically steps through grits: 80, 120, 180, 240, 320, until the perfect finish is achieved. Part 11. Sanitizing before the final finish. Even though bamboo has been heat-treated, some manufacturers add an extra sanitation step: wiping with food-safe solutions or UV treatment on an industrial scale. This ensures a clean surface before finishing oil is applied. Part 12. Oiling and food safe. Finishing protects the board and brings out its natural beauty. Food-grade mineral oil is the most common choice: odorless, safe, and easily absorbed. A mix of mineral oil and beeswax creates a thicker protective coat, giving the board a soft touch. Higher-end boards may use treated plant oils like polymerized linseed oil, but always with food contact safety certification. Multiple coats are applied, each allowed to soak in before wiping. The oil nourishes the fibers and provides long-lasting water resistance. Part 13. Final quality check. Every board is inspected, visually for cracks or unevenness. Check for flatness, thickness, balance, and even smell. Some factories run water drop tests or lab tests for formaldehyde emissions and food safety compliance. These checks guarantee a safe, reliable board for your kitchen. Part 14, sustainable packaging and instructions. Finally, boards are packed in eco-friendly wraps, craft paper, recycled cardboard, or plastic-free alternatives. Labels often include care instructions: wash by hand with mild soap, dry immediately, oil regularly, and never soak or run through the dishwasher. These simple steps keep the board strong, beautiful, and safe. Bamboo isn't just a material. It's a reminder that nature always gives us what we need, as long as we choose to protect it. By using bamboo products, we reduce waste, protect our forests, and support a future where sustainability becomes a lifestyle, not just a trend. This bamboo cutting board is more than a kitchen tool. It represents responsibility, creativity, and our commitment to living in harmony with the environment. Every small choice we make today brings us one step closer to a cleaner, greener tomorrow. So next time you hold a bamboo cutting board, remember, it's not just a flat surface for chopping and slicing. It's the result of soil, craftsmanship, technique, and respect for natural resources. Touch the grain, feel the surface, oil it when it's dry, and every time you use it, you're choosing a greener lifestyle. Thank you for spending your time with us today. If you'd like us to cover the production of another sustainable product, let us know in the comments. And if you found this video enjoyable and meaningful, don't hesitate to give us a like. It truly encourages us. See you in the next video.